Hello everyone, my name is Megan Pugliese and I am studying to be an aspiring elementary school teacher. Today I am going to share with you a SIOP lesson plan for a first grade class with ESOL English of Second Language students kept in mind. I will be teaching language as the overall objective of this lesson. The content of this lesson that I will be teaching is the concept of pragmatics. Pragmatics is concerned with linguistics and the rules of social language. Pragmatics also involves communication skills such as using language for different purposes, changing language according to certain situations or the person who is listening, and following the rules for having a conversation with somebody. Since these communication skills for this entire concept might be new to ESOL students, I will obviously accommodate them by teaching and using simple and direct language to make sure they understand the directions for our activity. I will read the book that I'm going to be reading slowly and point out the illustrations to further explain what is happening in the story. I could even provide the book for the students' native language if that was possible so that they could follow along much easier. I would also provide one-on-one instruction with the students to make sure that they are not struggling and do not become frustrated while they are doing our activity, because it's meant to be a fun learning experience. The materials that I will be using for this lesson are the book Too Loud for Lily, I should say, by Sophie Laguna, to read to the class to help teach them why it is important to be quiet in certain places and situations, and why it is acceptable and okay to be loud and more excitable in other places and situations in society. There will also be 2 blank pages of white paper provided per student, and art supplies such as colored pencils, markers, crayons, etc. for the students to do our in-class art activity. A T-chart will also be drawn and set up on the front of the class on the whiteboard that we will do to conclude our lesson. I will introduce the lesson by asking the students some yes or no questions, such as, is it appropriate to be loud inside? Or is it okay to be loud outside? Should you be loud in the classroom? Or would it be better if you were loud somewhere else, such as the playground? I will also then read the book Too Loud Lily for them during circle time as our beginning of our lesson, to help teach the students the importance of why we have to change our volumes of our voices in certain places. Now, there are some high frequency words in this book which we would add to our word wall, and let's see, these high frequency words would be everyone, sing, please, keep, loud, quiet, noise, talent, down, here, and make. We would add these to our word wall because not only would the ESOL students not necessarily know these words, but our regular mainstream students would not know these words as well. After reading the book, I will refer back to the story and ask the students why they think Lily kept getting in trouble in the first place, and where she should have been quiet. Where was she loud that it was okay for her to be loud? And I would also ask the students to list places where it was okay to be loud, and to also list places where they should be quiet. Now, these are places in general in society for them to list. This would bring us into our in-class activity, which would be an art type of activity. And each of the students in the class will draw 2 pictures. One picture will be of a place where they should be quiet, and one picture would be of a place where it's okay to be loud. I have two samples that here. This is a drawing of a place where it could be quiet, where they should be quiet. This is a picture of a library with two students reading. And then my picture of where it's okay to be loud is a picture of an amusement park where you can be more loud and excitable. And then when the students are done with drawing both of their pictures, we'll have a whole class discussion as they each come up one at a time to share their two pictures. This is how I will assess the students, by calling them each one up at a time to share their two pictures that they've drawn, and the other classmates will help determine if the pictures are relevant and accurate, one being loud and one being a quiet place. Then we will add each of the pictures to our columns on our T-chart in the front of the board for everyone to see, and the pictures will have turned into examples of quiet and loud places for our T-chart. Now I don't have a whiteboard behind me, obviously, so I just drew what our T-chart would look like, and then the quiet pictures would be over here posted on this column, and the loud pictures would be posted on this column. And that would conclude my lesson, and thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you.